wanna know how the story ends up being such a waste of time? Oh well, it all ended just fine. Obsessed with all these statistics, most of whom don't even really fit into what you got functioning. Choosing any scrap to do for me. Starman, he's not too excited. He's a tumor, a coomer, frequent internet abuser. He speaks to you through a feeling too. So don't forget you're in a loop, 'cause after this you're gonna get road draw from seeing these freaks with character flaws. Starman, he's not too excited. He's a tumor, a coomer, frequent internet abuser. He speaks to you through a feeling too. So don't forget you're in a loop, 'cause after this you're gonna get road draw from seeing these freaks with character flaws.
I am the Celestial Gardener, policing the planet of stinkweeds and poisons that leak out even through the cracks of the cold asphalt sidewalks in the city of sin.
Weirdos you can't believe exist. Dark rooms that still stink like piss. Bottles laid out across the floor, but you've already seen it all before. With a complex knowledge of Josh and a little more put together than Bosch might be a total teach and freak, but there's more coming up in the week. Starman, he's not too excited. He's a tumor and a coomer, frequent internet abuser. Who just freaks in out of the teaching? Don't you wanna know how the story ends up being such a waste of time? Oh well, it all ended just fine. Obsessed with all these statistics, most of whom don't even really fit into what you got functioning. Choosing any scrap to do for me. Starman, he's not too excited. He's a tumor, a coomer, frequent internet abuser. He speaks to you through a feeling too. So don't forget you're in a loop, 'cause after this you're gonna get road draw from seeing these freaks with character flaws. Alright! Starman, he's not too excited. He's a tumor, a coomer, frequent internet abuser. He speaks to you through a feeling too. So don't forget you're in a loop, 'cause after this you're gonna get road draw from seeing these freaks with character flaws.
I am the Celestial Gardener, policing the planet of stinkweeds and poisons that leak out even through the cracks of the cold asphalt sidewalks in the city of sin.
Weirdos you can't believe exist. Dark rooms that still stink like piss. Bottles laid out across the floor, but you've already seen it all before. With a complex knowledge of Josh and a little more put together than Bosch might be a total teach and freak,
Yo, what's up, boys? Sorry for the long intro, okay? I was fixing a few things. Yo, what's up, Bong Man? What's up, Jack? What's up, Toad? What's up, True Moo? What's up, Bunny? What's up, Jet? What's up, Toad? What's up, Junior? What's up, Terminal? What's up, FBI boy? What's going on, boys? Yes, I was gooning the whole time. And so I called this like months and months ago. It's actually funny, but this came out now because I'm literally like finishing a video about it's not like about Turkey Tom in general, but I was working on a video that was talking about the state of like lolcow shit on YouTube specifically, on how like the lolcow stuff, like the term lolcow doesn't mean anything anymore. It's just a buzzword, just like the term degenerate. Like these people like will use the word degenerate for like almost anything. Like it's just a buzzword for them. But anyway, I was just working on that video when I got a message saying that this was out. Now, I called this like, I don't know, like 5 or 6 months ago or something like that, because Turkey Tom put out a tweet. He put out a tweet asking how to get into contact with KingCobraJFS, and like that blew me away. It's like, why are you asking Twitter like for contact information? Like, if you did like 5 minutes of research, you'd be able to find his number. And like, not even that, like, not even his number or his address. If you spent like 5 minutes doing research, you'd know who to contact. You'd know that you'd contact like Exhumed Divisions or like Deathbed Tapes or like the people that actually like work with him. You would know to fucking like go through there if you had any fucking like if you had any brains in your head. But Turkey Tom has released.
I am the celestial.
Turkey Tom has released a new video. So on Josh. So I thought. God damn it. So I thought. Fuck it. It's only an hour. Thank fucking God. It's only an hour. So let's fucking get to it, dude. One sec.
Really, Sean? Yeah, come on, give me a kiss, big boy.
Streaming your life falling apart is hardly rare nowadays, but King Cobra did it before it was cool, when he's not getting down and dirty with his...
Oh my fucking God. Oh my God. So, during my video talking about Turkey Tom, Nick Nobody, Rogue the Internet Man, fucking Kiwi Tapes, whatever. While I was doing a comparison video, I didn't realize, but dude, they use all of the same like thumbnail tactics. All of the videos look and sound exactly the same. It's fucking ridiculous, dude. I can't fucking stand this shit.
But King Cobra did it before it was cool, when he's not getting down and dirty with his plastic wife.
Oh, baby, I'm sorry, your wig came off again.
He's live on YouTube, boozing in his filthy apartment.
God damn it!
And carelessly oversharing the grimiest details of his life.
I'm so good at guitar, it's a wonder I'm not swimming right now.
While other people...
yes. You have to censor every single word because you are so scared to fucking lose those shekels. Oh, I have to censor the word pussy because we're only 32 seconds into the video. Suck my fucking dick.
People have things like shame and common sense. Cobes has goth boy swag.
Okay. Alright, so, dude, there's so much to be... Okay, so, I understand that if you're in my audience, I understand if you call him Cobes or whatever. That's fine. But generally speaking, and this isn't even my quote, this comes from someone that's been following Josh since the literal beginning, but it's always like stuck with me because it's fucking true. One of my friends says that you can really tell when a person got into Josh, you can really tell when they got into him by what they call him. And I think that's very true. I think that the Danknet video was, I think the Danknet video popularized the term Cobes, but whatever. Normally it is a red flag. Just hearing it, it just comes off as like you know nothing about him. I don't know, dude. It's ow, my fucking elbow. God damn it, ow, fucking cuck. God damn it.
Why is it, YouTube, that women and men are treated differently when it comes to dry spells?
I just wonder if it'll stop his liver from failing.
I poured some vodka in the tea. Just calm down. Yeah, you calm down. Oh my God, Sean.
Cobra, real name Joshua Saunders, was born on March 26, 1991 to Clint and Laura Saunders in Casper, Wyoming, with underdeveloped lungs, so he had to be placed in an incubator.
I like how he used this video. I like how he used this re-upload.
According to him, his childhood wasn't easy. When he was an infant, his mother refused to breastfeed him and fed him baby
What's that sound effect?
with underdeveloped lungs, so he had to be placed in an incubator. According to him, his childhood wasn't easy. When he was an infant, his mother refused to breastfeed him and fed him baby formula instead, which supposedly caused him rectal bleeding. He also got diagnosed with ADHD very early on, resulting in both his parents pushing him quite hard.
Wait. Was he diagnosed with ADHD? Okay, so like a lot of kids during his era were like diagnosed so he grew up in a time where like we were still learning about mental health. So like I would have at least put in, or I would have at least said that like we're not too sure if he actually has it, because during the time where Josh was brought up, people were being diagnosed for literally everything. I don't want to.
Apparently due to the fact they blamed themselves for his condition. Not long after his birth, his parents went through a rough divorce, leading to a custody battle between the two, causing him to move around a lot during his childhood. He first lived in Miles City, Montana from 1992 to 1993, and the only thing we know about this period is that his father owned a gymnastics club there. After that, Josh moved twice to North Dakota and California respectively. Maybe as a consequence of the divorce, Josh developed a strong dislike for his mother due to her
What is this music, dude?
forcing him to go to church, seeing as she was an ardent Christian. Eventually, as she was about to lose custody of him entirely since she had other unspecified issues, she tried to bribe...
Wait, what?
As a consequence of the divorce, Josh developed a strong dislike for his mother due to her forcing him to go to church, seeing as she was an ardent Christian. Eventually, as she was about to lose custody of him entirely since she had other unspecified issues...
She was a druggy whore. Just say that she was a druggy whore.
She tried
Dude,
to...
we're only 2 minutes in. This is gonna drive me insane. Like, why can't you just say that his stepmom left because she was a druggie, and that she did like, what the fuck?
bribe Josh with candy and clothing, but all this did was make him dislike her even more. In 1996, Clint got full custody, at which point he remarried. Together, they moved back to Casper. From kindergarten, Josh was different from his peers, claiming he already spoke at a 5th grade level, which made him feel detached from the other kids.
Oh, I like how he's using a upscaled version of the actual picture.
So we're still learning.
So it looks really odd because he upscaled it. You can tell because of the glasses here on the right side of the glasses.
Their ABCs. Despite this, he was held back by a year since he hadn't developed his social skills enough. He later found out this was due to another mental ailment he was suffering from.
So Dreamin asks, how does he know any of these details? This is a thing that's very common with these types of creators. They usually have one guy on the inside, and that sounds like, that sounds like a movie or something. Not like that, but I'm just saying they usually have people that will or will start to feed them certain information. And Tom doesn't do the research himself, by the way. I just want to say that he's only a voice actor, okay? He didn't edit this. He didn't even write this. Okay? So someone else did this for him. So
Asperger's. Things didn't get much better once he advanced to grade school, with Clint, now remarried, still moving from one state to another quite regularly, making it even harder for him to integrate. Throughout school, he got relentlessly bullied for his generally odd behavior, reaching its boiling point in the 4th grade when at one point the bus driver had to intervene due to how intensely other kids were harassing him. This did nothing at all to curb his odd tendencies though, since it was around this time he discovered his lifelong obsession: Cobras. It began when he played an educational computer game called Buzzy the Knowledge Bug, and it got even more intense when he started watching Steve Irwin's Crocodile Hunter show, specifically the Spitting Cobra special. He even saw an actual cobra once when he and his family lived in South Dakota, and they took him to the reptile gardens, completely unaware of what this meant for Joshua's developing mind. Josh eventually stopped getting bullied once he got put in special ed classes and started riding the short bus to school. He fit in well with his new classmates, even making a few friends, one of whom was a deaf kid whom he taught to flip people off. Just like the harassment didn't stop him from pursuing his weird interests, it also didn't put a dent in his confidence, as he frequently made attempts at talking to girls. Sure, they often ended up with him getting flat.
Why isn't he using old? So it looks like he. Okay, never mind.
Out rejected, but it never slowed him down whatsoever.
I've had over 1,000 rejections in real life, 2,000 rejections online, so that's 3,000 rejections total.
This led to an incident in junior high when his friend introduced him to a special needs girl who was roughly the same age as him. When they had some alone time, Josh's intrusive thoughts got the best of him.
Okay, hold up. Let me reinvent this shit. I whipped out my and started.
This was just one of the many manifestations of Cobra's hormones being out of control, so much so his father began actively trying to hamper his behavior towards women. At some point, Josh begged his dad to buy him a copy of Grand Theft Auto San Andreas. Clint resisted at first, but eventually relented and bought a copy, only to watch Josh play it for a few minutes and
to clarify, when it comes to his editor, I don't think the editor is necessarily bad per se. It's just generic shit. It's just shit. It's not bad, but it's just generic,
instantly become horrified at the things he was doing to prostitutes in-game. He banned Josh from playing, and this time, no matter how much Josh begged and pleaded for it, Clint held his ground, perhaps in fear of what kind of behavior that could incentivize. In all fairness, as backwards as it is to believe that video games can make you a criminal, with Josh's tendencies, I can't
surface level. Yeah, okay.
really blame Clint for doing this, though I have no idea how much it helped, or if it even helped at all. While in North Dakota, Clint signed Josh up for a church function field trip where he was supposed to meet other kids. While on the trip, he met a girl named Alicia Rohde. He immediately fell head.
So like my one of my complaints is that so this is a nitpick, but like if you really wanted to go like all out and everything, you would hire artists or hire people to like draw these scenarios. So it's more of it's more creative. It's more so it seems like it has more heart. You know what I mean? So it's more creative rather than like these like shitty edits. But hey, you know, I don't do that shit either, so like whatever.
Their kids. While on the trip, he met a girl named Alicia Rhodey. He immediately fell head over heels for her and bought her a 50-cent purse from a vending machine. However, she didn't accept the gift and just left it on a table. Josh didn't understand why she had left it, and assuming she'd forgotten it, he picked it up and brought it to her. Put off by his insistence, she told him she had a boyfriend. The bag had quite literally been fumbled with Alicia, but again, Josh just kept on trying to attract other girls. One of the main ways he tried to seduce them was chocolate-flavored Axe body gel. That is, on the odd occasions when he would shower at all. According to his father, Josh developed a strong aversion to hygiene and often completely refused to shower or groom himself in any way. His aversion was even stronger when it came to oral hygiene, which, along with his obsession with cobras, eventually caused the bullying to make a comeback. In middle school, he and one of his friends formed a joke cult in which Josh was...
Are you gonna mention his like mental problems at all that like make it so he doesn't shower? Like, are you gonna mention
the leader? The cult was represented by the colors black and green, his favorite colors, and it was at this point he first took up the nickname King Cobra, which he's used ever since. This joke cult eventually got fleshed out into a pseudo-religion, and it's peak cringeworthy goth kid drivel.
We were the Cobra demons. If we ever got any girlfriends, we'd be our Cobra angels, you know? I had my own religion. I still believe in it somewhat. My own god, goddess, and their son, Cobrachin, and his wife Cobradicius, and their son...
Yeah, Dreamin', you actually have a solid point on where, like, if you are a creator like Tom, then you probably shouldn't broadcast the people that, like, Josh has stalked. So you actually have a decent point that even if we do it in this community, Tom is like put himself as like a authority figure. He's like standing on like the moral like soapbox basically. So it is kind of weird that he would just like, well, like it isn't doxing because we already know their names, but like you know what I mean. It's a little bit like it's a little bit weird, I guess you could say. Or like a little bit like hypocritical, I guess.
Roberto, they are, you know, it's just something I believed in. Still do, kind of.
Later down the line, Josh admitted that Harry Potter was the inspiration for a large portion of his religion, which isn't that surprising. It even got to the point where he was planning to write a book about the religion, but unsurprisingly, it never materialized. While he wasn't always creating new religions, he was always seeking out new hobbies. He ended up joining a wrestling team, also in junior year, although he didn't stay there for very long, as in his own words, the sport was too gay for him, with another complaint being the fact he couldn't use his glasses during spars, which left him completely blind. However, his hatred for the sport was likely compounded by a couple of incidents he had in the locker room. According to Josh, he had an unusual amount of hair, you know, hair, and it could be seen when he wore his wrestling gear. Speaking of Josh's balls, a girl named Demi started hitting him in the jewels around the same time. Due to his upbringing, Josh refused to retaliate since his assailant was a girl, and because of
it seems like his editor just watched a few documentaries about Josh. Because he has everything right. Like, he has everything right. It's just, it's weirdly placed. It doesn't, so it's technically in order, but it just feels jumbled and like misplaced.
This, the nut smacking went on for months. This got so bad that his parents begged the girl to stop doing it, to no avail. Josh, being the hopeless romantic he is, started to believe she was doing it because she had a crush on him. Then, one day, he finally struck back by throwing her to the ground and declaring, "I'm tired of people hitting me in the nuts!" After this outburst, Demi never smacked him in the nuts ever again. With him abandoning wrestling, Josh started to focus more on music. Ever since he was young, he had developed a keen obsession, leading him to buy his first guitar when he was 12. In junior high, he discovered Cradle of Filth, a gothic metal band from England. He fell in love with the sound and showed it to his father, who was rather disturbed by what he heard. Clint proceeded to try and convince Josh that bands like that make you a Satanist, using some kind of study he found that claimed goths are, in fact, devil worshippers. Joshua would link his dad to an article debunking this, which led to Clint apologizing. With his hobby getting vindicated, Josh started to lean more heavily into the goth aesthetic, trying his best to dress and behave in a way that
This has 64,000 views in 4 hours. So get ready, boys. You know, fucking hold the line. Fucking shield wall. Okay, you like we gotta get ready for this. That's all I'm saying, alright?
that fit the identity. Around the same time, his longtime crush, Alicia, took the same art class he did, and his interest in her slowly became an obsession. Alicia regularly bullied him in front of her friends, but this did nothing to hinder his advances. Often she came to school wearing revealing clothing, and in Josh's mind, she was signaling to her friends to watch while showing off to him, and then berating him for
my video should be out, the video I was working on should be out. I'm gonna try and force it out because of this timing. Because, okay, so here's the thing that I didn't mention. So Tom, since Tom has made a video about Josh, what does that mean? That means every other commentary parasite is going to do the exact same thing. So, we're gonna get, at least 2 more Josh, quote-unquote, documentaries within the next 2 months. I can almost guarantee that. Because that's just how the commentary shit works. That's just how they work.
Staring at her. He interpreted this as a very elaborate way to seduce him, which he saw as proof that she liked him. Alicia basically had no way out. Even her rejecting him was reinterpreted as a kind of invitation by Cobes' delusions. When he left Valley City, he continued to stalk her on social media. When he saw that she had entered a Hooters beauty competition, he used black magic to cast a spell to make her win. The actual result of the spell is not known, however. After he changed schools, the bullying was picked right back up, and this time, Josh started taking it out on another special needs kid called Carl, who was trying really hard to be his friend. For whatever bizarre reason, he deeply irritated Josh, who lashed out.
I fucking hate that guy, dude. That guy's obnoxious. That guy is lucky that I didn't kick his ass when I was in school. Seriously, I was that close to doing it. That's how annoying he was. At least I have a dad that loves me. That kid didn't have a dad at all that loved him. His dad would make fun of him all the time, and it made me smile just thinking about it. I remember one time my dad was like, "Josh, you need to quit picking on Carl," because his dad...
Sweet Jesus, how do you make an hour-long Josh video without any laughs? That's very simple. That's very simple, Soka. Know nothing about the subject that you're covering. It's as simple as that, dude. It's as simple as that.
Picks on him.
I don't know why there's dubstep, dude. Okay, I feel like this is a 1 hour... This stream's gonna be 3 hours long.
Bullies him, and it's not right. And don't tell him I said this. I'm like, okay, but my fingers were crossed the whole...
No, see, okay, that actually is a solid point to make, is that if you don't know that much about Josh, you don't know what makes him funny. You just assume, oh, he has a lazy eye. Oh, he's sexist, and oh, he's racist, and oh, he's a weird creep, and he's a sex pest. Sure. Sure, but that isn't what necessarily makes him funny. It's how he says things. It's how he walks around a room. It's the simple. It's they haven't watched him, so they don't know.
fucking time.
One day, as he saw Carl approaching him, Josh hugged a girl that Carl liked, which led him to take a swing at Josh, but he missed. Josh threatened to punch him back, but the principal broke them up and sent Josh to the office. Sure, he got in trouble because of this, but the part that really stung was that his parents said he should be friends with Carl since they were so much alike. Josh recounts this as a breaking point for him when he completely let go of who he once was and embraced his new persona, Gothic Cobra. By the tail end of high school, Josh's grades had plummeted, and he was close to failing his last year. The only thing that prevented that from happening was Clint threatening to ground him if he failed to graduate. Surprisingly, this worked exactly as intended and made Josh study hard in the weeks leading up to his finals, culminating in his graduation. Soon after finishing high school, Josh decided to move out, looking forward to no longer having to meet anyone's standards of basic hygiene. At this point, he had already been uploading to YouTube under the name Gothic King Cobra.
I hate this stuff, dude. I just had to edit. So like I said, I was doing a video about these sorts of videos, and I have a segment on where I show the audience how easy it is to make a professional looking video like they do. So I did the same effect, and while I was trying to mimic their style, I actually understood why they do it, because when I edited in their style, it took me 5 minutes. Whenever I did it in my style, it took 15 or 20 per scene. I'm okay, this is easy. I understand why every single video has the same exact shot, and I understand why they use the same filters. It's fucking easy. It's
52, having begun in June 2010 while still living with his dad. In these videos, he only ever referred to himself as Gothic King Cobra, and most of the videos were music related. He started a series by the name of Guitar Insight, which mainly served to show off his guitar skills, although he ended up talking about pretty much whatever topic was on his mind. It was very clear from the get-go that Josh was an unusual person. For example, he had a creepy ventriloquist puppet he got during his childhood that he kept, and eventually it started making appearances in his videos.
So Sean, what do you think of Sarah Palin? I think she is a brain-dead who has no political knowledge. Just like those.
For the most part, the puppet was employed as an outlet for his spicier opinions, with an occasional side of self-aware humor.
I took a Viagra, you took a Viagra, and I got a Woody. Get it? Wood. You're perverted. You're an asshole. Fuck you. Eat shit, quad. Hey, what?
The doll eventually got phased out, probably because it got swallowed into the messy hurricane that his living space was. Some speculate he stopped using
what?
Fuck you. Eat shit, quad. Hey, what?
The doll eventually got phased out, probably because it got swallowed into the messy hurricane that his living space was. Some speculate he stopped using the doll because he wished to be taken much more seriously as a cool, goth metal musician, though it's hard to tell what drives a man like Cobra, with Josh making it a point.
Wait, okay, maybe he just doesn't like puppets. Maybe it's just a fad, like with everything else Josh does. Sure, I'm sure that Josh loves Sean, but Josh isn't a normal person, so his thought process is a little bit different. Josh gets bored of things very easily. It's whatever, dude.
To emphasize his weird identity every chance he gets, this naturally attracted trolls, but the early internet variety,
dude, what the fuck is this shit, dude? I wanna...
which mostly stuck to calling you names in the comment section and leaving it at that. This led to multiple videos dedicated to simply responding to the trolls, usually through the entries to the Guitar Insight series.
I've been getting a lot of trolls in my channel lately, and I'm not giving them any attention. I'm just not, because that's what they want. All the trolls I've seen thus far on my channel have bashed me, my tattoo, and my guitar playing, awesome singing, etc., etc.
In trying to show up these trolls, he tells us of his earnest belief that one day he'll prove to all of them just how wrong they are, in a way only a true wordsmith could.
I'm going to delete it.
I wonder if he's going to mention the first documentary, and I'm very curious if he's going to I'm hoping, because it's just there's certain, like, as much as I shit on this, I still hope that he, like, tries to cover everything. I mean, he's missed a few things. Not a lot, to be fair. Like, to be fair, he's been right to a degree. It's just, like, it just feels off.
And just ignore it because you're not worth my time. And then go off and say that you'll never be a famous musician. Well, I will be, and when I do, I'll laugh at f***ers like you so I couldn't make it, so...
Despite his lofty dreams of becoming a real musician, he couldn't just live off of YouTube and neat bucks in the meantime. With the help of his
I fucking hate this.
dad, he signed up for the Job Corps, a program that helps young adults gain the skills necessary to find employment. This eventually landed him a job at Taco Bell, his first step towards moving out. Around this time, he released a video recounting his experience with Alicia. Part of what makes a lolcow is that the people who mock them don't actually have to do that much work in order to find out the dirt. And Josh... Around this time, he released a video recounting his experience with Alicia. Part of what makes a lolcow is that the people who mock them don't actually have to do that much work in order...
Not true. No. That's the fun of it. Wait, what the fuck do you mean? It's like, okay, like, it's like, sure, what makes a lolcow, I guess it's like being not as aware as the average person. Like, sure. But, like, digging up information is, like, the fun part. It's like hearing, like, a few details and then, like, doing the work for yourself. And I don't want to...
to find out the dirt, and Josh is definitely a case of this. He gratuitously gave out a story in which he is clearly a weird, cyber-stalking loser, and excuses her disinterest in him due to him being goth, as opposed to the much more likely alternative, which is he probably stunk like a wet dog due to not taking showers.
It's the lore. Yeah, fucking thank you. It's the lore. It's like sometimes you have to find the lore yourself, you know?
Or brushing his teeth. Notably, he also recalls how he tried to apologize to her for all this terrible behavior, admitting he was spamming every account he could to reach out to her, and creating multiple dummy accounts, allegedly for no reason other than to apologize.
When I go to her Facebook page, it said add as friends, so I click on that thinking maybe it didn't go through correctly. And then I got blocked from her Facebook page. And the guilt was eating at me. I mean, it was literally making me feel like shit. Like, okay, what the fuck, you know? Just recently, I created another Facebook account with my name that I'm not going to use, just to send her a message to say, hey, I'm sorry, you know, with a very sincere apology. And I'm hoping this guilt can get off my conscience, because quite frankly, I feel like shit for what I did to her. I really do.
However, it's worth noting that he learned from it and turned the story into a cautionary tale, telling everyone just how important it is to make sure you don't obsess with a girl so much that you start harassing her.
So yeah, that's just a great way to repel chicks. If you want, you know, chicks to hate you, that's a great way to get that to happen.
While Josh had pretty thick skin due to already having withstood years of bullying in real life, he dealt with the trolling in his own strange ways, one of which was flashing his fully erect dick. Of course, the only thing he achieved was a 2-week ban on...
Yeah, look, so, like, okay, I hate this shit. Well, like, they know that, like, censoring their own videos is a little bit, like, well, gay, so, like, they try and, like, cope on, like, making, like, the censorship funny and, like, making it a part of the, oh, it's not me, guys, it's Big Susan. It's like, dude, it's like, no, it's the money. Like, it's the money. It's the ad revenue that you're gonna get off this video.
On YouTube. He even made a brand new channel to infiltrate his troll
money.
community called Peach Monster 666, but only put up 2 videos on it before his main channel's ban was over, and he went right back to posting there. One of his early trolls succeeded at getting under his skin by using the name Gothic Queen Cobra 52 and claiming that he had plagiarized the name, to which Josh felt compelled to respond.
Guess what, YouTube? There's someone who's trying to be me. No, you know, this guy calls himself Gothic Queen Cobra 52, making fun of me, and I found it really cute. Aww. I'm like, oh, look at the cute little troll trying to be me.
I'm not gonna, like, I don't remember watching this video in particular, but, like, his fucking lips are, dude, like, he darkened his, like, fucking eyelashes. Like,
Could you poop? Poop?
The last video on this channel was posted in July 2011, where he made the rather baffling claim that he could create balls of chi energy. Not too long after, the channel was permanently deleted, with his father, Clint, posting a message on Facebook about how Josh had entered the Job Corps, meaning it's safe to assume that's why the channel was deleted. The Job Corps ended up being quite a formative experience for Joshua in more ways than one, with a lot of interesting stories from around that time. But of course, the most important ones concerned his love quest. One day, he talked to a girl named Amy, who told him that a friend of his felt attracted to him. Her name was Stephanie, and while Josh was initially hesitant to meet her, fearing she was ugly, he was surprised to learn she was quite attractive. They ended up starting a relationship, which led to Josh losing his virginity. While on campus, he regularly smoked weed, which was against the Job Corps rules. When the campus board found out, they instantly kicked him out. Nonetheless, Josh was back to square one. He moved back in with his father, who threatened to give him a humiliating haircut if he didn't
we are 15 minutes in, Ben.
find a job within 2 weeks. He ended up getting that haircut as he didn't find any work in that given time. While he still lived with his dad, Clint often confiscated the cords from his computer to stop him from making videos to motivate Josh to actually do something with his life. Eventually, this turned into a quasi-permanent ban on the use of electronics while he lived there, during which he went on a hiatus from content creation. This ended in August 2012 when he borrowed a friend's laptop to record a video announcing his electronics ban.
This is Gothic King Cobra.
Okay. Thikimoto says, Love Quest, ... comparing Chris Chan to Josh. Yikes. Well, like, dude, while I was making my video, I always knew it, but while I was actually, like, downloading these videos and actually, like, forced to, like, watch these normie type videos, I really realized that they only circle a few types of lolcows where they really, like, where, like, one person covers Blade, then, like, 3 or 4 more different people make Blade videos, then that one guy with the most fucking influence makes a video on, I don't like, Wings of Redemption, and then, you know, 3 or 4 other fucking goons makes the same thing, and it's like it's a weird, like, fucking cycle, and like they have to be, like, working together in, like, some capacity where, like, they must be sharing certain information or, like, sharing the scripts or something, because, like, it's almost like back to back. Like I promise you, like, within a week we will see at least one other video about Josh that's like, just like this.
In the video, and right now I'm borrowing a friend of mine, Chris's dad's computer for this YouTube video.
Around this time, Josh got a job at Wendy's, where his role was to keep the lobby and restrooms clean and fill up the teas. With that, he started building up some capital, which led to Clint helping him look for a new apartment. Eventually, around October, they found an apartment about 3 miles away from their home, which Josh fell in love with. He moved in, and this opened up the floodgates for a golden era of King Cobra content. In November 2012, he started the KingCobraJFS YouTube channel, which officially became his main channel, and proceeded to upload the same kind of content. Stephanie herself occasionally showed up in some of the videos whenever she came to visit from the Job Corps. However, perhaps saying she's in them is disingenuous, as she usually just sat in the background and went mostly ignored, while Josh filmed for an hour. Some fans brought this up to Josh, highlighting how he wasn't treating her very well. So in response, Josh released a video that became a rather big meme of the era, as he extolled his virtues by telling us he'd treated her to a Hot Pocket.
Guess what? I just made Stephanie a Hot Pocket and got her some Dr. Pepper. How's a Hot Pocket, sweetie? It's 4 meat and cheese.
You, what's up, Rat Beef?
It's good.
Memes aside, this was arguably his most stable period. In late 2012, he released videos where he counted his finances and accounted for his next rent payment.
I still have $373 left. Took $200 right here, put that down for next month's rent, and then use the rest of it for personal spending. There's nothing wrong with getting help from the SSI. I think people are just jealous that they can't get it because
Yeah.
But unfortunately, you only know how good the good times were once they're gone. As 2013 rolled around, he quickly showed himself to be very, very bad at managing his life, spending loads of money on cigarettes.
Wait, but like,
You only know how good the good times were once they're gone. As 2013 rolled around, he quickly showed himself to be very, very bad at managing his life, spending
that's sort of odd coming from a person like that's like really odd coming from a person that's like broadcasting this person to like thousands of other people to like, and like oh, whatever, dude. I don't fucking know. It's
spending loads of money on cigarettes, energy drinks,
it's
and
like you're also like would be part of the problem to a certain extent. Like, but whatever. Like, I can't.
healthy takeout food. He was so irresponsible that, at times, he spent an entire $400 weekly paycheck in a single day. Despite his financial woes, it didn't stop him from frequently eating out, one of his personal favorites being the buffet at Golden Corral. Around this time, Josh started sharing the apartment with a high school friend of his named Christopher Moore. Chris was unemployed and had little to no income at all, meaning he was effectively squatting in the apartment with Josh's consent.
He used to kick it out of his grandfather's house. I could be a prick and say, you know what, sleep in your van, whatever. That's more important. Fuck that. I'm like, you know what, dude, I got an apartment, I got a futon, you want to crash the futon?
Yeah.
Cool.
Being that he
Like, I was hoping that he'd mention the loan for the pizza, but like, to be fair, that's I think that's still coming up. Actually, I think the loan for the pizza is a little bit later. Actually,
He was always there. He often appeared in the videos released in this era. Josh had kept that fact a secret from his father for reasons that'll become apparent later. His behavior only got worse while he was around Chris, resulting in him making some truly catastrophic decisions. One day, at Chris's behest, Josh drove Chris's van without a license to buy a stick of butter. On his way, he almost rammed straight through a police cruiser, which resulted in him getting stopped. When they realized he wasn't carrying a license, he received a hefty fine. However, an even worse decision came when Josh and Chris were having a small party together. While there, he and Chris spoke to a lady named Kayla, who offered to let Josh and Chris tag team her if they gave her a cigarette. Citing societal pressure to have multiple partners and his overconfidence, he did it, but regretted this action instantly. Though he only admitted that he'd cheated on Stephanie months later. When he did, Stephanie decided to forgive him and stay with him, which he proudly announced.
Are you going to question the legitimacy of his claim? Because like, I don't believe that story worth shit. I don't believe that at all. And I honestly don't know why most people did believe it. Because it doesn't make any. First of all, it doesn't make any sense. Like, it sounds like it's like from a movie, and like we know that Josh is like prone to lie. Like, it just, I just don't get it.
On Facebook. There were rumors that Kayla might have an STD, but this was disputed by Josh himself, who eventually said that, while she didn't have any STDs, she was pregnant. While his relationship was stable, Josh's reckless spending only worsened, as he had seemingly abandoned the concept of saving money. One day, he walked into a pawn shop and tried to buy a guitar.
Guitar itself cost $503.98 with tax. I paid $400 for it, so I have to pay $103.98. And the guitar's mine.
It was through the purchase of this guitar that Clint discovered just how reckless Josh had been with money. As a result, he took the new guitar from Josh and brought it back to the same pawn shop, hoping to get a refund. However, he was unsuccessful, meaning Josh could keep the guitar for the time being. Back in January, he released a video titled "Times Are Getting Tough." In it, he admitted he wasn't making enough money to pay for rent, forcing him to dip into his savings account. He also seemed to at least somewhat recognize how bad his spending has been for him.
I had $200 at the beginning of the month. Paycheck. I would have saved that paycheck and spent it on tobacco and just alcohol, not, you know what I'm saying? Or just not spend it.
I wish Turkey Tom stuck more to his aesthetic, because like, he does have like a VHS retro aesthetic, you know, like it's like sort of there. It's like non-existent now, but like you can see like the corpse basically of like what he used to be, because like, I don't know, like 4 or 5 like years ago, I actually like liked his videos and thought they were like okay.
All periods saved up, you know what I'm saying?
Despite this, his spending habits never really improved. Since he turned 21, he started consuming a lot of alcohol, which became a hallmark of his channel. His money troubles weren't helped by the fact that Chris was actively refusing to do any work, with the only job he'd ever gotten being at Walmart, but he got fired shortly after due to him having accidentally cut his hand. Things got even worse when, while Josh was out of the apartment for a few days, Chris invited his brother and his dad for a bit of R&R, only for them to get into Josh's channel and upload a video of Chris's father playing Josh's guitar. The only evidence of this that remains today is a screenshot from the video, as everything else was deleted. This, along with other problems, led to the deterioration of their friendship, and while Josh refrained from confronting Chris about it, he complained in the videos whenever he was alone.
Chris got arrested. He had a warrant out for his arrest, and he'll be in jail till Monday. And Monday he has court. Yeah, so this is kind of like, seriously, dude? So Chris now has no job, no car, and he's in jail. Yeah, my all honest sincerity and hope is that Chris is doing some serious thinking right now if he's awake about what he wants to do with his life, because right now he's not in a good direction.
Eventually, Clint found out that Chris was freeloading in Josh's apartment and told Josh to kick him out, which Josh was probably happy to do.
That fat bastard really needs to go. He's abusing your kindness, Josh.
There's not a day that goes by that I don't look for a job. Not a single day.
You have to convince me. Then you gotta convince.
I'm gotta convince them shit.
Well, there you have it, YouTube.
It was around this time that Joshua started making cooking videos, which his channel would become known for. The first instance of this I could find was a series of videos of him attempting to cook some potato stew. Every single step of the process was split into a different upload, from washing the potatoes in a bowl.
I don't like the fucking phrasing. Whenever he said it's like, no, you have an editor, you have a researcher, stop bullshitting me. Like stop, like, come on.
To peeling them. And
There's no it's fucking we or fucking them. You know what I'm saying? It's not you, my dog.
finally, the stew mukbang. These videos got a lot of traction, for no other reason than the fact that no matter how hard he tried to cook something, it always ended up looking like it would give you stage 4 stomach cancer. One day, Josh went out to go shopping at the same time he was supposed to be working, which delayed him going to work by about 5 hours. And what did he use that time to purchase? Beer and blue hair dye, which he showed us in a video made on the same day. In fact, he ended up dyeing his hair on camera, which has since become one of the most infamous moments in KingCobraJFS history, mostly because of how he'd botched the whole thing.
Oh, this guy. I've got Avatar.
Yeah, as Tempo and others have said, that this shit has been taken directly from bite-sized videos. It almost feels like it's word for word too, where like, I'd want to pull up some bite-sized videos and like put them side by side to whatever Tom is talking about. Oops, I dropped my vape. But side by side to whatever Tom's talking about, and see if the script writer literally just copied someone else's work. Because that would actually be a strong point, rather than just saying, "Oh, he's annoying me," like, "Oh, he doesn't," because those are valid points, like, to us, but not to the majority of people. But if the script writer is like actually just like copying shit, then that's an actual like strong point.
Holy shit!
At some point during winter 2013, he went on a short channel hiatus, only to return in force, releasing 2 to 3 videos every single day, most of which had titles.
He does mention bite-sized as a main source of the clips. Yeah, okay. Alright. Fair enough, but, there's archive channels, my dog. There's museums channel. There's a few other channels.
Like random video, noon video, and night video. These went on even longer.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep this stream up tempo. Yeah, I'm keeping this
longer
up.
than his regular content, resulting in viewers getting up to 3 hours of footage every single day. For the rest of the year, things stayed pretty stable, at least by Josh's standards. One amusing incident happened when Josh was cleaning the urinals at Wendy's.
I get to close my lobby, the urinal's so overflooded, the plumbing's fucked, AAA's getting called in them sometime today. Yours truly had to go in there with a cup and scoop out the water that was trapped on the urinal for in it. Gloves on and everything, really gross. Scooped it into an empty a trash can that was empty but had a bag in it basically. Got it out to the dumpster, sanitized the fuck out of everything, you know, shit like that. So needless to say, it was not a fun evening, but that's why it's called work.
Eventually, Stephanie graduated from the Job Corps, allowing her to move in with Josh. At first, she didn't contribute much to the household, mostly just playing video games. But eventually, she got a job at McDonald's, which Josh proudly announced in a brief video titled Noon Video. 2014 was set to be a milestone year, since back in 2012, a channel by the name of Trapped began filming a documentary about him called Gothic King Cobra. The doc was mainly an interview with Josh over a couple of days, basically showing what he got up to in his daily life, including a visit to the mall, going to Spirit Halloween, and riding around town on a bike. As 2014 loomed, Josh started hyping up the documentary. It would eventually be released in February of that year, getting pretty decent views at the time. Soon after, he made a video to celebrate what he felt was a massive success at a time when the documentary had around 10,000 views.
We Google Gothic King Cobra documentary on YouTube. Come to find out it's got 10,000 views and 10,185 views, and a whopping total of 304 likes and 31 dislikes.
Unfortunately, this was about the only good thing that happened to Josh this year. For context, we'll need to introduce you to a man named Damien. Damien, from what I could gather, was the leader of a small sex cult whom Josh had met back in 2013. A member of his cult, Matt, occasionally showed up during some videos, although unlike Chris, he never actually lived with Josh. Initially, there were suspicions that Matt was trying to induct both Josh and Stephanie into Damien's little cult, although how legitimate those claims are, I can't say. Nonetheless, Damien stuck around in some capacity for quite a while, with him and Josh being at least decent friends. But things took a sudden turn for the worse a few months after Stephanie entered the workforce when she confessed to cheating on him the day prior. In the video, he explained that she had initially come to him with a proposal that they should have a threesome, either with another guy or another girl. Josh turned her down, and as a result, she cheated
Bad news bears. Yeah, this is just bad news bears, YouTube.
on him with Damien. Stephanie's cheating left Josh
Yes, 6. He was also in the zombie fucking squad too. Yes, he was.
in a raw state, especially since he had no grounds to get mad at her for it, since he'd also cheated on her before and she forgave it. Though they
Wait.
some, either with another guy or another girl. Josh turned her down, and as a result, she cheated on him with Damien. Stephanie's cheating left Josh in a raw state, especially since he had no grounds to get mad at her for it, since he'd also cheated on her before.
I disagree. Like, no grounds to get mad. It's like, whatever. I'm miming it.
And she forgave it. Though they initially stayed together, they officially broke up on July 4th, 2014, about a week after the infidelity had come to light, which was revealed in a mildly unhinged video titled Happy 4th of July. In the video, he says that the breakup came as a consequence of a joke he made about struggle snuggling Stephanie, which made her so mad she ignored him for days. His explanation for it was that she'd been asking him to be more kinky, and this was his way to begin playing into what she asked for. He didn't have the healthiest response to their separation.
Certified entry network technician. She might have gotten all her shit, but she didn't get her little certification. Now, I could smash this, but I think I found something to shoot my shotgun with.
It took a while until Stephanie spoke out and gave her side in a video released on a now deleted channel.
Part of me breaking up with Josh was because, yes, I cheated on him. He cheated on me too, but when he cheated on me, he told me like months later. I had more respect for him and told him the next day. Another part of it was I was going through a lot of changes in opinion because at the moment my self-esteem was going up, like way up. So I was realizing things about myself. I was becoming awakened in myself, which is something a lot of people in this day and age need, but it's very difficult to get that. Another part of it was he kind of threatened a friend that it happened with, but he also kind of threatened me in a way. I get he was trying to be joking and, you know,
fucking good.
Kinky or whatever, but at the same time, when he said that, I wasn't sure if I should take it as a joke or take it seriously.
Well, I mean, you fucking deserved it, so fucking regard.
took it seriously and I left.
That was the end of Josh's first real, and arguably the most normal, relationship to date. Pretty quickly after the breakup, he started looking for potential romantic prospects, and after briefly seeing a girl from his town, Josh tried his hand at online dating. While Josh did mention getting an astounding 16 responses across his multiple dating profiles, it seemed that none of these women stuck around in the long term. He eventually lost hope and posted to Facebook, saying he expected to be stuck alone for the rest of his life. However, he would be proven wrong not too long after, since right around the beginning of 2015, he announced to everyone's shock that he had found a new girlfriend. Her name was Judy, and she was also from Casper and was a single mother of 3. Ironically, they met through Damien, which, given he had stolen Josh's last girl, is kind of amusing to think about. Judy appeared in a total of 2 of his videos, both of which came out on the same day, and many viewers thought she came off as rather strange. In the first video, she's in the background, occasionally interjecting to whatever Josh is saying.
You're such a nutcase.
Yes, but I'm your nutcase, dear.
I'll just tie you up and hang you up. No, I'll tie you up and then hang you upside down later.
Oh.
The second video came out a couple of hours after the first one, as Josh reads the comments on the last video asking for him to show off his new girl, which he obliged.
Hey YouTube. So last video I got a couple of comments saying, put her on camera, put her on camera. She's been looking to be on camera. You know, I ain't gonna hard off the camera, man.
Whatever, you fucker.
I was being sarcastic, Satan. I was being sarcastic.
What up, people?
People found her childish with a weird sense of humor.
I am a panda. But I'm also good because girl loves cupcakes. And waffles, and tacos, and burritos. Mission for the cupcake.
The question of whether this weirdness of hers was complementary to Josh's was answered soon enough, as just over a week and a half later, Josh released a video titled, "I'm Single Again." He took a bit to get into the breakup, as he instead focused on a video about a pastor punching a child in the chest because he didn't believe in Christ the Lord. But eventually, he does get it out that they broke up, as well as getting into some of the reasons why that's probably good.
A couple of times I took Judy grocery shopping. Other women are checking me out. Oh, he's got a kid now. Oh, it's so cute. And after about 4 or 5 days of it, continuous, for almost 2 weeks of it, this is too small an apartment anyway, and if I had the money to raise kids, you know what I'm saying? Kind of explain myself there on that one.
There are a couple more scattered comments throughout the video, and the general impression is that he's the one who broke up with her.
Don't get me wrong, like I said, I still love and care for Judy, but she needs somebody in her life who's ready to have kids, you know, who's gonna treat her right.
While the split was far more amicable than the one with Stephanie, this habit of getting into relationships and breaking up immediately.
Yeah, okay. So I know another person, like a few people have like questioned whether or not if Tom is going to mention Josh's music. We'll see. Like I think that he has enough time in the timeline so far to like mention the music at least, but if he leaves out the music like altogether, then like I will be shocked.
After is one that Josh maintains to this day. Throughout 2015, he continued to look for girls using the same dodgy dating sites. He kept receiving pings from girls that just seemed too good to be true, making him consider going premium.
A couple women who are most definitely interested in me. The only problem is I don't have the money to upgrade to the premium access, which kind of pisses me off.
Eventually, he ended up using OkCupid, one of the most legit dating sites out there. This is when he was approached by an emo girl named Bleak Rainbow, who happened to be in love with Cradle of Filth, which, if you remember, is his lifelong favorite band. But soon after they began talking, he grew suspicious of her, and in response, a YouTube account with her name...
Wait. Did Tom mention Josh's tattoos? Wait, did Tom mention Ozzy? Wait, did Tom mention Josh's cult? Or is this video so bad that I forgot like whatever I just watched? Did he mention Josh's like dick tattoo? Wait. So he mentioned the cults, but left out the Cobragram. Not even his clock tower. Okay, look. All right. Okay, look. Once we finish this, we'll figure out what he left out together. Okay, we'll figure it out together at the end. I just wanna.
Started posting some mildly unhinged videos. Amusingly, Josh responded to her in the comments in the last 2 videos, and he seemed convinced. However, he eventually changed his tune.
Wait, so like he actually left out Ozzy? So like he left out Ozzy. Did he even mention Ozzy? Wait, there's no way that he didn't mention Ozzy at least one time, at least once.
So I have a theory, YouTube, and call it gut instinct. But I believe the bleak rainbows on YouTube are fake. But the one on OkCupid's the real deal.
What?
It didn't take too long for this saga to come to its natural end, as Josh opted instead to look for other potential girlfriends. In February, he found another one, Amy, although she only appeared in one of his videos where the sound was completely busted. As it turns out, Amy was a crack addict missing all of her front teeth. But given his chronic lack of concern for dental health, it didn't bother Cobra too much. Regardless, he broke up with her within a day, even saying some pretty nasty things about her on video.
Wow, Amy, you're such a liar. I'm going to kill myself now before someone else kills me. That's what Amy just texted me after I deleted her number. See, that's the kind of trauma I'm talking about, right there. Bitch interrupts me in the middle of a fucking vocal cover. You know what, Amy? Fuck you psychotic drama-causing cunt.
From this point on, his hunt for women became more and more desperate. In his own words, he was falling into a bit of a dry spell, with his dating apps going pretty much nowhere. So, he employed the help of a brand new friend, William Hackman, also known as Homeboy Scotty. Scotty would appear in several
Alright, whatever.
of Josh's videos. And
okay, so I get that you want to like bring out, I get that you want to make it sound professional, but like most people didn't know his real name. Like I knew it, fucking, you know, like some people knew it, fucking obviously, but like it wasn't that well known. Now I might be wrong. Maybe like Bite Sized or like a few other of those guys have like mentioned his full name, so I might be wrong on that. But it's a little bit.
And Scotty eventually introduced Josh to a girl named Jess, who was a bartender.
Smoking hot girl talking to me on Facebook. Her name is Jess, and she's a bartender. I'm definitely looking forward to meeting her. Apparently, she found my profile. And
they have, okay, then I still think it's a, whatever. I will check my statement, and then if
she found me attractive, and she hit me up on Facebook, and we've been chit-chat back and forth.
Initially, he was supposed to meet her at a party. It's not clear if he ever went, but he talked about her in the following videos, trying to set up a meeting with her through Scotty. He released multiple videos of him talking about his excitement.
Yeah, like I said, she plays guitar, she listens to Cradle of Filth, she smokes a pipe like I do, and she has Asperger's. I mean, what are the fucking odds?
After this date fell through, he proceeded to try to set up another one, although this time her name suspiciously changed to Bailey. Despite it being quite obvious to everyone this was all a lie, Josh didn't want to believe that and defended Scotty from the commenters who accused him of just messing with Josh, clearly being in denial about Bailey not being real.
Some people even made accusations that my homeboy Scotty's nailing Bailey, and that's not true, because one, Scotty already has a girlfriend. See what I'm saying? And a lot of people are saying that Scotty's trying to catfish me. Also, that's not true, because Scotty's the one trying to set me up with this girl named Bailey. So autistic, in her 20s, and she plays the guitar, you know what I'm saying? Like...
Eventually, Josh gave up on ever meeting this girl, although he never actually admitted to himself he was being lied to. Instead, when Scotty offered to set him up with another girl, Izzy, he fell for it all over again, dragging it out for multiple months.
But when I get paid next, I want to take a cab and my homeboy Scotty with me, because my homeboy Scotty has a couple of girls that are interested in dating me. I take a cab over to one of his buddies' houses, and this female he's been having sex with, she has a roommate that's interested in dating me, so do what I can to meet her and stuff, because I'm tired of being single and miserably alone. It sucks.
He eventually gave up on pursuing this chick as well, embracing his lonesome fate. This was a sign of the...
Dude, this is... Chat. I need help to like get through this. I need help, dude. This is so bad.
The Times, as over the course of 2015 and 2016, his life just slowly worsened. His work hours continued to get cut due to his poor work ethic, to the point where he could hardly afford anything on a salary. Being the financial whiz we know him to be, he decided to take out payday loans, which he then used to buy even more stupid shit, like 2 pizzas.
How's that good that these two...
Tarman, turn off your brain. My brain's already turned off, like, automatically, okay? But like I'm still struggling, okay?
2 pizzas and the drink, which came to about $14.50. I went down to the money loaner's place. They loaned me $15, and I owe them $20 on the 30th, so that's not going to be a problem to pay off.
It's in this same video where Josh first expressed his desire to get a sex doll. While he had been experimenting prior with the idea of being asexual, he's sadly just too horny to ever commit to the incel grind set. So, over the next few months, he pondered buying one, all the while being in a financial black hole.
I'm surprised that he didn't censor the word incel, because he has before, so...
He was too lazy to recover from. Eventually, he started a GoFundMe where he asked his fans to give him around $2,000 to get him that doll. However, it was removed just a day later, seemingly by Josh himself, who followed up with a video regretting making the GoFundMe in the first place.
Well, I felt bad having that GoFundMe account up online because people use that for actual legit stuff, you know what I'm saying? Like, I got tired of begging people for fucking money, so I'm just like, fuck it, dude, I'm done.
Once again, he tried to commit to a life of celibacy until a fan decided to send him a fleshlight. Josh didn't like this gift very much so that he ended up destroying it on camera. Of course, he used it once before he destroyed it, which then made him question whether he truly disliked sex or not.
Now, I will confess that I did use it as soon as I got it. It felt pretty good, you know, like, it was pretty good. You know, I can't decide if I like sex or not. That's the one thing.
Eventually, it seems these doubts were put entirely to rest as he started saving up in earnest for an actual doll once again. However, this attempt to save up was foiled when sometime in August, Josh released a video announcing that someone online contacted Wendy's management over his channel. Supposedly, they sent an entire email full of lies about him to get him fired, and within a few days...
I hate this stuff. See, like this transition where you add like a glitch effect to some text or to a logo to use it as a soft transition where you switch out the background, where you either fade into it or whatever.
Someone online
like, this is cool.
Contacted Wendy's management over his channel. Supposedly, they
then like right into some stock footage of like, why don't you show footage of him at the Wendy's? Like show him at the Wendy's. Like we have like 20 or more videos of him at the Wendy's.
Sent an entire email full of lies.
That's just a nitpick, so it's whatever.
About him to get him fired, and within a few days, it succeeded, and he lost his job. He had worked at Wendy's for almost 5 years at this point, and it was the last stable job he ever had.
Like, why didn't you just, like, cut to this?
Now, without income, Josh was forced to rely on SSI payments, which he successfully applied for. This, however, wasn't enough to allow him to save up for his doll, prompting him to go back to e-begging.
Oh, what's up, Ben? Shout out Ben. Ben is the one that drew the drooling Turkey Tom head that's in my thumbnail. Or whatever. So shout out Ben, I guess.
He once again rescinded his request for donations because it didn't feel right for him to do it. A lolcow with something resembling a conscience is a very rare specimen. Josh, being a savvy businessman, preferred to do it the old-fashioned way and provide a product for people's money. And he did so in the form of t-shirts. He announced his first ever design on August 15th, 2016, and from then on, he made hundreds of designs, most of which used clip art still.
I wonder... Okay, I'm not gonna, like... I wonder how much he's, like, paying his editors. Like, I wonder how much he's paying them.
from Google Images. But even this wasn't enough to make up the difference, and as time went on, the idea that he could ever afford the doll seemed more and more distant. It is then that Josh caught a very lucky break, as a fan offered to give him a doll free of charge. Josh accepted the offer enthusiastically, and he received the doll on November 11th, announcing it to all of his fans on Facebook. Disturbingly, he named the doll Alyssa, which is a lot of affection for a used doll that was, according to him, of rather poor quality. However, soon after receiving the doll, he mangled it and threw the pieces into a dumpster, something he initially concealed.
He maybe I know a little bit more than most, but like I was hoping that he'd at least mention like the group associated with sending was it the first doll or was it the second doll? Because I know that I think it was I think it was the first doll, where like after Josh cut up the doll, he went back to that like Discord fucking group or that Discord call where like one of the guys bought him the sex doll, and after he wrecked it, they had like a confession call where they like confronted him about whether or not he was lying or not, and like they got really upset. Josh, we really tried to help you, and like you just like stabbed us in the back, and we can't trust you anymore, dude, and like stuff like that. But I don't know if that's like public, but I had that in my memory for whatever reason. Yeah, the fucking panel or whatever.
From his audience. Instead, he claimed that the doll had been stolen by some meth addicts who, for whatever reason, stole nothing else but his sex doll. No one believed him, which made him double down on the story. Eventually, though, he owned up to lying and admitted that he himself destroyed it, claiming he had done so after having relations with it one time.
Now, for starters, my homeboy Scotty had no idea what was going on with the lie. What I did was rather eerie, to say the least, yes, but out of sexual frustration.
Surprisingly, this led to a bit of mainstream media attention, with online news organizations like Unilad coming out to talk about the situation. Nonetheless, despite this latest hiccup, his dreams of getting a sex doll were not entirely gone, as he found a website.
It's public, okay, because like sometimes, because like there's been times before where like I've said something and then I get a DM like, dude, why the fuck did you say that? I'm like, wait, what? It's like, oh shit, yeah. So I'm a little bit. I have a bad memory, so I try and be careful. Okay, I'm like,
where you could tailor make your own doll. So he decided to show what he had constructed, giving every detail, and then essentially leaving it up to his viewers to pay the cost, which was a bit over $2,000.
For the head, I would choose head 122, which is right there. Eye color, I would do, let's see what options they have. Oh look, green eyes, there we go. And wig number 8 is a long stand-up foot, gloves, and a regulator. Now the cost of this one is only $2,074.
While he wouldn't get this wish fulfilled in quite the way he wanted, he did receive a new doll. This one was also used, but it seems he was much happier with it, granting it the name Fun Size Felicia. This one ended up lasting a lot longer than the first, although he wouldn't be able to keep it forever, as just a few months after getting it, he reported that he had accidentally melted its skin off by using the wrong kind of soap. Josh made a very drastic move sometime in early 2017 when he deleted almost every single video on his channel following getting a new PC from his family. If you look at his channel today, the earliest video you'll find is from February of 2017, where he talks about why he did the mass wipe.
Well, a lot of things on YouTube were giving me issues. The videos were not recording right, and on top of the videos not recording right,
yeah, he completely left out,
which is the program that I use to record my YouTube videos, is also giving me issues, and I'm fed up with it. I got so fed up with it that I deleted all my videos. That's 3 years, okay? 3 long, miserable years of YouTube content.
This is a boring doc. Yes, we know, but here's the thing. I like bitching, okay? That's my favorite thing to do. That's why I'm a YouTuber. That's all I do is bitch, okay?
And it's just deleted, gone. And a lot of people are not happy about this, but I look at this as an opportunity to help make my channel better.
Josh dressed this up as a rebirth for his channel, allowing him to grow out of the type of content he had been making and change for the better. In actuality, while his channel did see a rise in popularity, everything in his personal life continued to worsen. People began noticing just how rapidly Josh was aging due to his excessive consumption of tobacco and alcohol. As we move into 2017 onwards, this process is set on hyperdrive, which the audience gets to watch as he began live streaming very frequently on YouTube for hours on end each time.
There were two kinds of transgenders. You got the Blair Whites and the Jessica Unives. And that's kind of mean, but Blair Whites and the Jessica.
I mean, he's got a point, okay?
Unives. And that's kind of mean, but like, well, that's the goddamn truth.
While his live streams got by far the most attention, his videos had a couple breakout successes, including a clip of him performing a magic trick. With this rebirth also came an influx of new cooking videos, which probably shaved off a decade of his life by themselves. This includes such culinary achievements as Cardinal Cherry Burger, which is a burger made with sandwich buns, bacon, cheese, peanut butter, and chocolate-covered cherries.
Oh yeah. Bomb-ass cross-section.
Like, this... That doesn't even look that bad. Like that just looks like meat. I mean, like, we know, but it's like chocolate and shit, but it's just
Bomb-ass.
So fuck. This made me cringe out of my fucking. My eyes are bleeding. Wait, hang on. I need a tissue. My eyes are bleeding.
Cross-section.
But by far the most popular installment came out in 2018, titled Sushi Bacon Cheeseburger, and became the 4th most viewed video on his channel. The title speaks for itself as he cooks a bacon cheeseburger with sushi, soy sauce, and wasabi.
That's not half bad, actually. That's pretty good. Although, the sushi being a little bit warm on top of the burger kind of throws it off a bit. This is definitely a culture food mashup.
In 2018, he was given a wand designed by an artist, who gave the design away pretty much for free. Given Josh had been obsessed with the idea...
Wait.
Throws it off a bit. This is definitely a culture food mashup.
In 2018, he was given a wand designed by an artist, who gave the design away pretty much for free.
Is that?
Given Josh had been obsessed with the idea of making wands for years at that point, he jumped at the opportunity to start using it. This was around the time when...
Wait. I think I'm losing my mind. Wait, hang on.
A culture food mashup.
In 2018, he was given a wand designed by an artist, who gave the design away pretty much for free.
He was giving a wand by an artist. Wait, did the script writer fumble the bag? And, okay, so, like, I feel like they messed up the script here. Is that he was... So, a fan drew him a logo designed for his wands. Is that what he's talking about?
A culture.
Bro, dude, he actually got... Dude, the actual script writer got it wrong.
Food mashup.
In 2018, he was given a wand designed by an artist, who...
Are you fucking joking? Like, do you, like, not check this shit? Okay.
Gave the design away pretty much for free. Given...
Yeah, it's just... It's...
Josh had been obsessed with the idea of making wands for years at that point. He jumped at the opportunity to start using it. This was around the... time when Josh was employed at his new full-time job as a dishwasher. This is the first time in his life he's ever had an actual full-time job, mind you, as his Wendy's gig had only been part-time. Regardless, he started producing the wands and then selling them on Etsy. The first test batch he made of around 10 wands that took
Check your blood pressure. Okay, wait, I'm gonna check my blood pressure.
him months to produce sold out in just 5 minutes. Judging by the listings on Etsy, it seemed the wands could run you anywhere from $24 to upwards of $200, which, considering their quality isn't anything to write home about, the price...
Wait, I'm gonna timestamp. I'm gonna put that in my video about the fucking lockout shit. Hang on. 4118. Okay, hang on. 4118. Because that is a prime example. Like, that is a great example of them just not giving a shit. Like, that's just, like...
This is most likely driven by the fact that Josh is the one who makes them. Regardless, the wands did bring him a decent amount of money. They were making enough money to where he left his job as a dishwasher, saying that he didn't have enough hours. Over the years, he produced over 400 of them.
Then look out for the phrase, however. Yeah.
All of which have sold out. While we don't know how much he charged for all of them, based on the earlier example, it's fair to say he's made at least a few thousand. While that sounds like a lot of money, this is Josh we're talking about, and wasting money is the one thing that brings him true joy. In late 2019, he managed to blow through $1,000 in just 5 days, splitting his spending between Pizza Hut and expensive beers. It also doesn't help his spending habits that he's got multiple orbiter friends who, to put it nicely, are even bigger losers than he is.
Wait, hang on. Like, Cool Taste isn't even like he's like a little shit, but like he's not like a bad person. He's just a person that got fucked by life. Like, he's not like whatever, dude. Like, I'm not trying to like defend like Cool Taste from the bullies. You know what I mean? But like, I don't really see him as like a loser. He's just like a guy that was fucked by life, you know, that has like a bone disease or whatever the fuck he has, and he's fucking blind or whatever. See, here's the thing. Cool Taste gets laid more than Tom does. So I remember this was back like 3 or 4, I think it was like 2 or 3 years ago, maybe a little bit less, where it was leaked that Turkey Tom reached out to another YouTuber that was much older and asked him for sexual advice because Tom couldn't find the hole. And then that conversation was later leaked and spread around. I don't really know how that works, but apparently Tom had like trouble like positioning himself, and he asked for advice. Which, hey, whatever.
On him for things like fast food, alcohol, and cigarettes. One of these losers includes a literal furry called Steve.
Yo, what's up, Tubes? Chilling out with
No, Mongoose. So like, his friends leaked it, and Tom admitted it to like being true. Like Nicholas Diorio was talking to Augie about it, and like Nick was like baiting, like Nick made a joke about it, and then like the chat went like, hey, like, you know, the chat wanted to know who it was, and then it's fucking Tom or whatever.
Scrapper Steve.
In 2018, fans saw Josh indulging in a new addiction, spice. While it's unclear when he started, he mentioned trying it as far back as 2013, and he was presumed to be using it at least around 2016 by people on Reddit, with plenty of theories throughout 2017. But it wasn't until a year later that the theory started to hit a fever pitch, with videos like this one making the rounds.
There we go now. Every time you take a hit of tobacco, you carb the bowl with your entire hand as soon as you finish taking your rip. Just like I did.
Throughout the video, Josh gets progressively more and more high, and it's obviously because of what he's smoking, with his mind dimming.
Yo, what's up, Trippy? How's it going, dude?
Every time he takes a puff.
Now, this invention that I came up with to cut down on the smell of tobacco coming from my apartment. This thing is nothing new. The reason why I'm sharing this method with you fine folks on Facebook and YouTube, because it works, dude. It works.
It was never confirmed whether he was smoking spice or—
Yo, let's fucking go. Let's fucking go. I'm turning this. Oh my fucking god, dude! I fucking knew it. I fucking knew it. I should have fucking said something, and I knew the exact video that he was gonna use, which is my most popular video. Let's fucking go, dude. So fucking gay, dude. So gay. I wonder if I can I wonder if I can message Tom in Twitter. I was like, yo, you used a screenshot of my video in your video. Are you able to take that out, please? Because I don't want to be associated with you. No, I'm just joking. But so fucking stupid.
or not, but the idea persisted throughout the years, with many people blaming it for his visible loss of cognitive abilities, coupled with the fact his teeth started rotting off, and the fact he had admitted to using
I'm not gonna claim. No. It's just a joke, okay? Okay.
Several occasions, you can see why people reach this conclusion. Among other things, he ended up getting into a few more relationships. One was with another self-proclaimed furry called Summer, which lasted about 3 months. From what I gathered, he never actually got with her in any real way, meaning that his dry spell continued. This led him to try with another girl called Ellen, who was completely uninterested in him. He paid for their family's Christmas dinner with his YouTube money. He organized a charity stream for her benefit. At one point, he even invited her to a concert, offering to take the person who...
I'm laughing at TurkeyTom's editor. I'm laughing at the thought of he was told to check out the community and look for videos about Josh, and he just stumbles across my channel and watches my stream and
who was her friends with benefits with them. He got ridiculed mercilessly for this, with his fans calling him a simp. Sometime in 2019, Josh was doing his usual live stream when he...
One sec, chat. Alright, sorry about that. My dog is a Turkey Tom fan, so I had to bring the dog out back, if you know what I mean.
He heard a sudden knock on the door. When he opened it, a SWAT team barged into the apartment and detained him on the spot before combing through the rest of the place. In a video made shortly after the incident, Josh confirmed that he had been swatted, blaming his trolls for the attack. Luckily, nothing of note happened, besides him having to go outside for once to talk to the detective. However, the greatest tragedy of all struck a year later when his landlord complained that his wand making, along with all the other kinds of abuse he put his apartment through, was causing damage to the ceiling and the floor above.
I would like to personally thank the people who run this building. You've been very patient with me. I guess spray painting the wands indoors was a no-no amongst other things. Man, I really like this apartment too, but unfortunately YouTube, I'm being evicted. So for the next 30 days, if you don't see me on YouTube, you know, I'll be looking for a house or so. I'm not gonna lie, this really fucking sucks ass, dude.
All in all, Josh ended up causing about $6,000 worth of damage to his apartment. With the help of his dad, he had to clean up the apartment before getting evicted. And by that, I mean that Clint did all of the actual work, while Josh sat on the toilet and ordered more takeout, as is tradition. Eventually, he found a new place, which cost him around...
Well, like, are you gonna... I mean, I hate this surface layer shit. It's like... To talk about Clint and the fact that he's a bad father. Like, Clint being a bad father, like, is like the majority of the reason on why... But, okay, so... This is something that I've, like, come to realize, like, I've always realized this, but, like, there's a different mindset, when it comes to, like, me, or, like, other people, or, like, the people in my chat, or whatever the fuck. It's like, sure, laughing at Josh being stupid is funny, but, like, the actual, like, fun part, and the actual, like, engaging part of, like, the fucking community is like speculating about why he's like this, what made him like this, why does he do this, why does he do that. Like, that's the fun part. And I guess it's just not, I guess some people just don't like, I know that, like, a vast majority of people actually, like, disregard that and say, oh, like, he's just stupid, like, what does it matter? And, like, that's fair. Like, you can think that way. That there's nothing necessarily, like, wrong with that. But yes, he left out the Trump letter as well. He's left out, like, a bunch of other shit.
$600 a month. For the time being, he would stay there, continuing his wand production line without any changes. Most of the customers for his wand business were wealthy trolls willing to shell out to keep their pet cow afloat, only to watch Cobra splurge all of it in horrid, inedible slop. However, there was at least one customer who, aside from just wanting to give him money, actually wanted one of these handcrafted sticks. This lady paid him about $250 for a wand set, which she never got. Eventually, she filed a refund request with Etsy, which Josh simply never responded to. This led to Josh's Etsy page being taken down completely, with Etsy giving the lady a refund out of pocket, which made Josh indebted to them. Josh made a few videos addressing the situation, where he argued it must have been an issue with the mailing company to exonerate himself, and offered to resend the wands to her with a tracking number, saying that the two...
Damn, I missed a lot. I went to a Chinese restaurant. Why the heck... Wait, Fat, why would you go outside while I'm streaming? Why would you go to a Chinese restaurant? Oh, dude. Okay, that reminded me. I was with... this was back whenever I was, like, 17 or 18 or something. I was back with my friend and, like, his mom. And we were, like, traveling around at, like... And it was, like, I think it was, like, on a Monday or something. And we were, like, traveling around, and they wanted something to eat. And I was like, oh, okay. And then, like, we stopped at this, like, all-you-can-eat, like, sushi place. And, like, it was the worst food I've ever had in my whole life. And, like, it made them sick. So it made my friend and his mom sick. Like, the rice was literally, like, hard as a rock, and I don't know how they were eating it. Like it seems like they didn't notice how bad it was, but this really isn't like a fun story or anything. But, like, I will always, like, remember the taste of the rice and, like, the fucking, like, beef and broccoli. You could, like, taste the mold, basically. It was so fucking bad.
$250 refund was a bit out of his price range. The customer eventually agreed to this offer, which reinstated his career as a wand craftsman. Coincidentally, this period would also see him having trouble with his other major source of revenue, Teespring. As mentioned before, Josh started selling t-shirts many years ago, most of which consisted of stolen designs from Google. Surprisingly, this went pretty unnoticed by the platform. That is, until one of his shirts was struck down due to using a copyrighted image. This caused his account to be temporarily suspended. Then, he uploaded a new design, which also got flagged down within hours, meaning the jig was up, and he had to start making his own designs or risk losing his operation. To circumvent this, he moved his t-shirt selling operation away from Teespring, and now he sells designs on customizedgirl.com. He hasn't been flagged for copyright since. Not that these new designs exactly scream originality. 2021 was a unique year in more ways than one. While he'd already achieved the title of lolcow long before, with his thread being over 60 pages been flagged for copyright since. Not that these new designs exactly scream originality. 2021 was a unique year in more ways than one.
2021.
While he'd already achieved the title of lolcow long before, with his thread being over 60 pages long, it was in 2021.
Yes, because a Kiwi foreign's thread proves that he's a major lolcow. Yes, that's a fact. Yeah, it's fucking retarded.
When he truly blew up, becoming one of the most infamous lolcows across the internet. Honestly, the sheer amount of meme sagas he's been involved in is kind of difficult to fathom. There are entire YouTube channels dedicated to documenting and chronicling the entire
Willow Davis, get your fucking soy face out of here. Fucking
story of KingCobraJFS, including the largest singular source for this whole video, bite-sized Cobra vids. Memorable moment.
And Tarman the Starman. Yeah, Tarman the Starman.
Second attempt at dyeing his hair, which ended up even worse than the first one, as well as his greatest culinary achievement, the cat food Big Mac. A more recent saga saw our protagonist getting a bearded dragon, whom he named Puff. He received it as a gift from a friend who had to leave the lizard behind after moving into a new place. Josh quickly fell in love, making Puff a recurring character throughout his videos.
Puff loves the leather futon.
But while there was some
Willow Davis. Willow Davis, more like Willow cuck ass.
some novelty to seeing Josh excited about a living creature, people showed concern over his ability to care for the animal, given he can barely even care for himself. It wasn't helped by the fact he admitted to putting its health at risk by doing things like this.
If I'm smoking marijuana, Puff will kind of look up like, hey man, give me a hit of that. So I'll take a fucking huge ass fucking hit of weed and I'll blow it into his tank. 1 or 2 hits, he's good. He doesn't need a whole lot.
This led to a concerted effort on the side of his viewers to get Puff safely away from him. They contacted Metro Animal Control, which came in to do a wellness check. Josh posted about this on his Facebook, where he claimed, among other things, that the lady from Metro determined he was taking better care of it than 90% of people. A second visit was made to the residence, after which Josh declared victory over the trolls, as the Metro people confirmed he would not be getting any more visits.
They were threatening to get Puff taken away from me, and it didn't work. Maybe they want to rethink their life and go, what am I doing with my life? Harassing an autistic young adult and his bearded dragon because I can't stand how happy Puff makes Cobra. So yeah, he's not getting taken away and he's in good hands.
When the dust settled and the excitement of a new pet vanished, Josh veered away from including Puff in his videos, as his focus was now on brewing mead. This led to some people believing Puff had died in the meantime. Josh did debunk this with some sparser update videos where the lizard looked fine. Sadly, not long after this last update video, Josh broke the news that Puff had escaped. As the story goes, he was outside smoking with Puff on his shoulder when it suddenly jumped off and ran away, with Josh unable to catch him. The announcement was made on the 16th of November, when the temperatures in Casper, Wyoming went just below freezing. Given that reptiles are cold-blooded, it's unlikely Puff would randomly choose to run outside into the cold, as opposed to running inside where it's warm. It's even less likely
Wait, what?
to running inside where it's warm. It's even
How would he run inside? When see, like, he doesn't even know like what happened. Like, so like if like he doesn't even
even less likely he would have the energy to escape from Josh, who, despite looking older than his father at this point, should have no trouble catching it. As odd as these circumstances are, we never got a resolution to what happened to the lizard, but it's fair to say very few people believe Josh's side of the story. Only a month later, while live streaming, Josh received a call from his dad, who warned him that he was being swatted again, with the claim being that Josh had been
Yo, Big Clips, yo, shout out Big Clips, dude. My homie, dude, like, me and Bic, dude, we're fucking hitting the big time, okay? Me and Big Clips, which we're not the same person, by the way. I know some people, you know, whatever, but yo, we're fucking making it big, dude.
Waving a gun around. This time, the attempt was traced back to his subreddit, where people were very unhappy about a joke he'd made about Amy Schumer. When the live stream was interrupted, these same Redditors celebrated. I mentioned mead earlier because around this time, Josh started crafting his own homemade alcohol, presumably due to the fact he didn't have enough money to feed his habit. He started this hobby on August 26, 2023, announcing his plan in a video where he showed the process of making it and all the ingredients, including juice, yeast, and sugar. Despite his acknowledgement that you're supposed to let homemade wine sit for at least 2 weeks in the dark, this is Josh we're talking about, so he tried his new drink about 9 days after the first video.
Divosia.
I'm like, you guys think I'm kidding, but I'm actually gonna send Tom a fucking message on Twitter and like, will you please remove the segment on where you showed a screenshot of my video, please?
That definitely tastes like alcohol. I ain't gonna stunt.
Since then, his alcohol production has only ramped up, and he's been giving regular updates every time he makes a new batch, having started his newest one just over a month ago as of me writing this video. Other than that, he's continued his desperate hunt for love. Recently, this has led him into the loving arms of a very special woman, Jessica. Jessica, also known as Queen Cobra, is a minor YouTube personality. Though her current YouTube channel is pretty recent, her original YouTube channel, Naked and Laughing, was created over 7 years ago. Though there are very few archives, her initial content was pretty PG, especially compared to her recent stuff. Although it is worth noting that at some point she had a stint as a cam girl, with some videos surviving to this day. Jessica enters the story sometime in January 2024, when she starts talking about Cobes. She voiced her deep desire to finally end his
Fucking Cobes this, fucking Cobes that. I'm fucking going insane. Yeah, fucking Cobes.
dry spell. She took a note from Josh and made a GoFundMe, promising to fly to Casper and meet with him, where she asked for $900. She even went as far as to put her Cash App there. The GoFundMe was taken down, but she continued to express interest in live streams. But things took a turn after she allegedly sent nude pictures to someone else. For a while, it seemed this would be the end of this saga, but then in February, Jessica finally went to Casper to visit him, and she finally put an end to Josh's almost 6-year dry spell.
We're too busy having sex right now. Sorry.
Other than his mead venture, Josh has stayed pretty static, with the only thing that's progressed being his bald spot, which he's become increasingly self-conscious about. His cognitive abilities continue to devolve, causing him to slur and mumble to where he's borderline incoherent at times, likely due to brain damage. He was recently handed another eviction notice and has been missing in action on both.
Yeah, like these two idiots are fucking. These two idiots are a premium source of KingCobraJFS information.
YouTube and Facebook. According to Kiwi Tapes, he's since moved back in with his dad, who
God.
who has forbade him from going live whilst there. The future of Cobra's content is uncertain. Cobes is another example of a slow burn lolcow, without bombastic incidents taking place every couple of months, but instead a steady supply of ridiculous moments over the course of hundreds and hundreds of hours of slop. He's kind of like DSP in that his identity was shaped by a forgotten time period.
Yes, he's just like DSP Gaming. Yes, guys, he's just like that guy that you all know. That's also a lolcow, guys. Yeah. This guy DSP, he's a lolcow. Wow.
Period that he never successfully grew out of. Josh is one of the few cows who, despite being exactly the kind of person you don't want to hang around IRL for too long, he's actually easy to empathize with. Not overly toxic, mostly just a goofball that seems like he got cryogenically frozen in 2004 and just recently got unthawed. I've been Turkey Tom, thanks for watching, and until next time, leave me alone.
Okay. And here comes the pretzels. Okay. That was a pile of shit. I mean, there's not much that you could really, like, there's not much that I can really say without, like, repeating myself. It's digestible, bottom of the barrel, surface layer fucking content. So I realized about like 15 or like 20 minutes through the video, I was like, wait, did he even mention Ozzy? Wait, did he even mention Josh's tattoos? Wait, did he even mention Josh's cult? So I know that someone in chat said that he mentioned Josh's cult one time, but I don't even think that Tom talked about Josh's like dick tattoo, or like went really like. And I don't even think that he mentioned fucking Ozzy. Like he might have mentioned Ozzy like one time, but like Tom only mentioned like Cradle of Filth. What's a normie, Swampy? Normies are normies, dude. If you have to ask that, you might be a normie yourself, okay? Yeah, so like if you really want to like criticize it without just saying, "Oh, he's a normie," the video is just boring. It's not interesting. So like, I don't even think to like a normal person that they'd even like laugh at any of the moments, because like Turkey Tom didn't really show Josh's humor. Like he really didn't even he didn't even like portray Josh as like goofy or like something or like funny per se. It was like, very bizarre. And like he didn't mention Darth. He lightly mentioned the trap doc. I used okay. So he did mention Sean, but Turkey Tom referred to Sean as the doll. He talked about the doll a few times. But yeah, wait. Do I want to go back and skip around? No, I do not, actually. No, I do not. Let me look through my chat really quick. Man, if I wanted to know about Josh, I would check the forums. Yeah. All right, guys. Sorry. I'm like, I've said all I wanted to say about it, and I have a new video that's gonna drop very. I know I always say, "Oh, like the video will be out soon," and like it never happens. But I promise you, this one is gonna happen very soon. I have a lot to work with now. I have a lot. I have a lot more examples actually now. So I'm glad that this came out. But all right, guys. Thank you, Fikimoto. If you're interested in like locale shit and Fikimoto basically does what I do. So go check out Fikimoto or whatever, because I haven't been streaming that much, but thank you Thicky, thank you Phil, thank you That Beef Sandwich, thank you Wolf, thank you. Gotta fuck, thank you. Tig, thank you. Rat beef sandwich, thank you. Be free, thank you. Jet, baby teeth, thank you. Sloth, thank you. Ed boy, thank you. Swampy, thank you. Alpha, thank you. Thank you. Pete, thank you. Demo, thank you. Weston, thank you. Thank you. Astrid, thank you. Paranoid, thank you. Metal Mongoose. Okay. Thank you, Inferno. Thank you, Howie. Thank you, Major Detractor. Thank you, Dank Elf. I'm Tarman. The Starman. Served in Vietnam, man.
I am the Celestial Gardener, policing the planet of stinkweeds and poisons that leak out even through the cracks of the cold asphalt sidewalks in the city of sin.
Weirdos you can't believe exist. Dark rooms that still stink like piss. Bottles laid out across the floor, but you've already seen it all before. With a complex knowledge of Josh and a little more put together than Bosch might be a total teach and freak, but there's more coming up in the week. Shaman, the shaman, he's not too retarded. He's a tumor and a tumor through the internet.
Oh yeah, dude. Wait. Wait. He completely left out Gothic D. Wait. He left out Warlord too. So he mentioned Scrapper Steve one time, but like he completely left out Warlord. Fuck me, dude. What a fucking shit what a fucking pile of fucking garbage. What a pile of fucking shit.